Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Nehal, and in this video I'm going to talk about being an introvert. Basically the charisma or the rizz of being an introvert. I will be talking about the definitions of being an introvert, the myths, and most importantly the advantages of being an introvert. So if you are an introvert or if you're trying to understand your introvert friend, then this video is going to be really helpful to you. Before we get into this video, if you're interested in topics like self-development, how to become the best version of yourself, feminine energy, manifestation, etc., then you should consider subscribing to my channel because I mainly talk about all these topics. Okay, so let's get into this video. First of all, what is being an introvert? Because a lot of people basically just misunderstand the whole concept. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, introvert is basically someone who is shy and reserved, who loves being alone. I agree to it a little bit, but I know that not all introverts are shy. I am shy, I'm kind of reserved, but not all introverts are shy. Like, it's very basic term, and introversion is kind of different. So Carl Jung said that introverts are the people who have this rich internal world of thoughts and ideas. Now this definition is really interesting. Another definition is introvert is someone who feels drained by interacting with people. And I think that's a very apt definition. If you feel drained after interacting with people, then you are an introvert, like 100%. There are a lot of famous people who are introverts. People like Bill Gates, Barack Obama, Taylor Swift, Priyanka Chopra, J.K. Rowling, Albert Einstein. I can probably be here for an hour if I keep speaking about all the famous people. And it is often said the biggest myth is that introverts cannot speak in public. Introverts are really antisocial. They hate parties. They cannot deal with people. And I do not believe that at all. I do believe that it takes a lot of energy for us to actually interact with someone, and we have to pre-plan it and we kind of get nervous. That's true. But that doesn't mean that we cannot speak in public at all, that we cannot interact with people at all. Because look at people like Taylor Swift and Priyanka Chopra. They are in this industry where they have to speak in public. Taylor Swift does so many concerts and speaks in public. Priyanka Chopra has done so many interviews. Albert Einstein, Barack Obama, he was literally the president of America and he had to speak in public so many times. Imagine if he couldn't do that. Like, the whole public would have missed out on his abilities so much. And also J.K. Rowling, like, she's such a famous author. She has done so many events. So I would just like to bust the myth that introverts cannot speak in public, or they just are antisocial and they cannot deal with people at all. And another myth is like all the introverts are nerds. I can tell you that not all introverts are nerds. Most of them are, but not all of them. I know a lot of people who actually hate studying, but they are still an introvert. I love studying and reading new things, and I have read so many books. So you can say that I am a nerd, but not everyone is. Now let's talk about the topic that you are here for, which is the introvert rizz, or the advantages of being an introvert. Some things are so effortless for us, like it's so easy, like we don't even try and we just get it just because we are an introvert. And before I start listing the advantages, I want to touch on the topic that we have, like, if you're an introvert, at one point in your life, someone has come up to you and told you that, you know what, you should socialize more. Maybe you should smile more. Maybe you should talk to more people. And maybe you laughed it off, or maybe it hurt you deeply, but you never showed. I understand it because I have been told that multiple times. And yeah, it doesn't hurt me as much now, but especially when I was a teenager, when I was discovering facets of my personality, when I was still growing, in that moment when someone came up to me and told me, and people close to me actually told me to do that, they thought that they were doing something to make me better, but they were actually hurting me. And it was so deeply hurtful to me because it felt like they were attacking my personality. It felt like they didn't accept me the way I was, and that is so hurtful. Imagine someone just comes up to you and tells you that, you know what, you should change because I don't like you. Because that's what it feels like when someone comes up to you and says, you know what, you should try to socialize more, maybe smile more, try being an extrovert, go to parties and stuff. And I just feel like, but I don't want to. I don't like that type of stuff. I like spending time alone. I like to hang out with some selective people only. Like, I believe in quality more than quantity, and so first I would like to tell you that it is okay to be an introvert. Being an introvert is not a disease or a disability or something that you should feel ashamed of at all. Like, you are an introvert, you are an introvert for a reason, because you are on this earth to experience so many things, explore so many things, and to show off your abilities as an introvert. Imagine if everyone was an extrovert. This world would be horrible. Not that I hate extroverts at all. Some of my best friends are extroverts and I love them dearly. They have basically adopted me. But I think introverts kind of balance this world, and it is very important for introverts and extroverts both to like coexist in the same planet, for this whole humanity to grow. So the first advantage is that we are mysterious effortlessly. How many times have you heard, like maybe in this YouTube videos or maybe in articles or from someone's mouth, that be mysterious, don't reveal too much, let them wonder, and they will like you more, they will crave you more. How many times have you been told this? We introverts, we don't even have to try, because we don't like to speak as much about ourselves. We like to listen, we like to observe, we notice things more, like we notice the world more instead of actually like voicing our thoughts. So we are not trying to be mysterious, but we are mysterious, like effortlessly. And that's why like people want us more. And I never had any problems in boy department. Like it's just they just want me. Like, even friends, let's talk about that. Friends, they just want to know about me, they want to get to know me, because I'm not revealing so much. Naturally, effortlessly, I'm just being mysterious. And I remember that even in school and even in college, I've been told this a lot of times, that oh, she is mysterious, like, and people want to sit next to me and want to get to know me. Well, sometimes it's annoying, but mostly it's like, if I like that person, that's amazing. Like, I don't even have to try, I'm just there, I'm just existing, and they want to be with me. So it's like being effortlessly mysterious. Second advantage is that we have a calm presence. Like, we don't, it's not that because we don't talk as much we have a calm presence. It's just that when someone sits next to me, they feel calm already. Like, I listen to them, I observe, I ask them intuitive questions like, oh, like, how does that make you feel? Or because I want to know them. Like, I'm not simply replying to their questions or simply trying to fill the gaps of the conversations in between. Oh, like, oh, but I feel like this. Oh, but this has also happened to me before. No, I never do that. I never ever do that. I always actively listen to people. And even sometimes I don't speak, I'm just listening and I'm just there existing with them. And introverts have such a calm presence because of that. And I'm telling you, if you feel very drained, and if you feel like there are so many thoughts in your head and you're overthinking and you're giving yourself a headache, like you're worrying too much, then go sit with an introvert. You'll just feel calm, just like that. Even if you don't talk and you're like, you know what, I just want to hang out with you, and you'll still feel calm. We just have this calm presence because it's just our energy, like the energy of an introvert is just so calm and soothing. Third advantage is that we are self-sufficient. Like, we don't need people. We actually, it would be really harsh for me to say that I hate people, but we all have been there. If you're an introvert, you have been in a misanthrope phase where you are like, I hate people. I don't want to hang out with people at all. I just want to hang out with myself and stay in my room, read, probably scroll on my phone, watch a movie, watch a series, just spend time with myself. I don't want to talk to people at all. That has happened to you, right? It happens to me even now. And that just says that I'm very self-sufficient. Like, I don't need people. We don't need people, we are self-sufficient. Like, whatever I need, I have right now. I can literally talk to myself. I can do whatever I like, whatever makes me happy, and I don't need people at all. And again, that you know makes people crave you, sort of, because you are not desperate. Your energy is so calm and self-sufficient that you're literally projecting this frequency that I don't need anyone. I am okay the way I am. I'm sufficient the way I am, and I love to spend time with myself. You have that energy, and that makes people crave you more. Like, when someone has a desperate energy, like, oh my god, I'm so lonely, I need to spend time with someone, like, I really need to talk to someone, like, I need to call someone, I cannot stay with myself, it's just so, ugh. Did you feel that energy? That energy is not attractive at all. But when you have this calm, self-sufficient energy that, okay, I'm okay the way I am, I love spending time alone, people crave you. They just want you. And it doesn't just happen in a romantic setting, but it happens with everyone. It happens in friendships, it happens in businesses, it happens everywhere. Like, no matter what type of work you're doing, if you're an introvert, you will have this type of charisma. Like, people would feel your energy and would want to get to know you, even if you're not trying to do that at all. Fourth advantage, which I already talked about a little bit, it's that we are good listeners. And that's why we have deep connections, deep conversations with people. And we take time getting close to someone, but whenever we do get close to someone, we develop this close, like this deep relationships or deep friendships. Like, that soul connection that you feel. We kind of feel that easily because it's because we are good listeners and we observe things a lot. Like I said before, it's we are good listeners in the way that we actively listen to the question. Like, we actively listen to the conversation a lot. Like, whenever someone is talking, we don't simply like talk just for the sake of talking, or we don't reply, or we don't just talk for the sake of responding. You know what I mean? Like, we literally try to engage in the conversation, we try to add on to something. And it's like our energy is not like that, like, oh, it's all about me, oh, this happened to me too, like, oh, you know what, I want to tell you a story, something that happened to you like 2 days ago or something. But someone is talking to you, they are here to talk to you, so listen to them. And I think it's really easy for introverts to be active listeners and to be actually excellent listeners, that I can actually listen to the conversation because I'm not trying to add on to, because I'm not trying to make it all about me. I want to get to know that person. I want to be like, oh yes, that happened to you, okay, who did that to you, like, how does that make you feel? Oh, I remember last time you talked about this, remember this happened to you too, like a year ago, and that's why you're feeling like this, like you're experiencing this trauma all over again, like, all of that. Like, our conversations are rich. And when I say something, like, whenever an introvert says something, people listen. Because if they're saying something, if they're coming out of the shell and trying to add on to the conversation, they're probably, not probably, all the time saying something important, so that's what I mean by being good listeners. And also, we have this calm, soothing energy in ourselves, and because of that, when someone is talking to us, they kind of feel introspective as well. Like, they're like, oh, whenever I talk to you, I always come up with solutions, like, always understand my situation better whenever I talk to you. It's because you have that calm presence, that soothing energy, and because you're actually giving them time and space to understand the entire situation. Fifth advantage is that we are intuitive. Like I said before in the definition, like Carl Jung said, we have this rich world of thoughts and ideas. Like, we are very much inside ourselves. It is often said that introverts live inside their own minds, and mostly it works in our favors. Sometimes it doesn't. Like, we tend to overthink a lot, and we kind of have this concept that, oh, everyone is thinking about me, or what are they thinking, and all of that. But mostly it's like we have this rich world of imagination, ideas, and everything, that we are always like in our own heads, like, and that's why most of the introverts are very creative, and they are authors and poets and artists and politicians and all of that. We are we are rich with creativity, and we can feel the energy of the room. By being intuitive, I mean that whenever we enter the room, we can actually feel the tension, we can feel the energy. And that's why sometimes parties are kind of like very draining for us, because we can feel the energy of every single person in the room, and we can feel that, oh, this person has bad energy, or this person has desperate energy, or this person wants me, and this person, like there are five people who wants to talk to me, and our brain just kind of like starts overworking. And because of that, it's kind of like our whole system kind of buffers and glitches, and it's like, oh my god, I don't want to be here. And that's why a lot of introverts feel like, oh, I don't want to be in this party. Or when we have to socialize, we have to like internally prepare ourselves a lot, like, I have to go to this party, like, is this party really important to me? Like, I will feel drained afterwards. And being an intuitive person also helps you in relationships and friendships as well, because we are highly selective about the people we spend time with. And because of that, we are constantly like checking that, okay, I'm talking to this person for 2 days, is this person worthy of like being with me? And it's not being arrogant at all, because we are highly selective, because we know that no matter who this person is, even if we are close to them, they will drain a little bit of our energy. And that's why we are so highly selective of the people that we spend time with. Like, okay, I will only have 3 friends, like I don't want a lot of friends at all, I don't want to interact with a lot of people. And that's why we are very in touch with our intuitions, and we can kind of feel it beforehand that, okay, this person kind of sounds shady to me. Like, and I'm telling you, 1000% of the time, whenever I feel like, oh, this person has bad energy, I don't know, this person is not doing anything right now, but I just kind of feel that something shady is going on, and I stop talking to them, and 10 out of 10 times it is something that they have done to other people, and I just feel like, oh my god, I really, like, I saved myself. So this is your sign, if you're an introvert, is to trust your intuitions, because it will help you every single time. The last advantage is that we are very observant, which is also goes on with the fact that we are intuitive. And because we don't speak, we are in the room, and sometimes we are just projecting this energy, we are not sometimes speaking at all, and we have this kind of presence, and we don't speak at all, but we notice everything, like we observe everything. And I know that a lot of people kind of misunderstand that, oh, but she's so shy and she's just sitting in a corner of the room, maybe she didn't notice that, or maybe she's not paying attention. But no, we are always paying attention, we notice everything, we observe everything. And maybe that's why it is kind of very easy for us to read the situation, read the room, and kind of pick and choose the people that we spend time with. And it just becomes very easy, because we have this, I guess, superpower of being so observant all the time. Okay, so there you go. These were the advantages of being an introvert, and I would say this is the introvert rizz. And again, I would like to repeat that, do not feel ashamed of being an introvert. You're an introvert for a reason, and recognize your abilities. Be proud of yourself. Celebrate yourself instead of trying to change your personality to something that the society accepts. Um, so, with that being said, I'll bid you goodbye, and I hope you have a great day. And I'll be back with another video very, very soon.